Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello, farmers. Welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. We are on day 3 of summer. The last episode we were on day 1 of summer. I've advanced it a couple days. When you start in your first year, you don't have that many things to do on the farm. So I advanced a couple days. I've done some fertilizing in other fields. As for jobs, we're getting on the 3rd stage in people's fields. So I just got these fields right here to do left. It's all for money, not much for reputation at this point. You can see a lot of other fields are already they're finally all fertilized. We're going to fertilize this field is kind of like our first job for today. But as you saw, we're down here at the moo cows. The one thing I have done for the moo cows, because we weren't producing that much milk anyways, so I put up the, well, unless you can, I believe that's German. That stops milk sales at midnight. So if we go, where's that page? Right here. You can see sold milk, 224, 418, 321, and last night we sold no milk. Because I wanted to stay here, sorry. Because eventually what we're going to be able to do is sell the milk ourselves. There's 2 sell points for milk, but the cows aren't making that much milk right now, so I don't think it's going to overfill the tank, if that's even possible. Right now there's only 900 liters in there. And as you can see also, I think in the last episode the cow's health was at 13%. They're up to 19%, and I think the reproduction rate went from like 1,200 hours and we're down like 830-ish hours. As this gets better, this gets lower, obviously. So at some point, you know, this will look good probably next season. When I mean good, hopefully we're up in the 60 percentile. Because by then maybe we'll have some powered food, which is 30% of their base food. So someday, moo cows. As you can see, I kind of skipped half of the morning because it hailed this morning, so the crops are wet, which no biggie because we're not harvesting yet. The liquid slurry is starting to show up. Obviously the fill level is still at 0%. And the manure is starting to pile up. Literally starting to pile up. So that's that with the moo cows. And here's our wonderful bale trailer. It is an auto loader, but didn't use the function last time. You can kind of still see it. The bales are not really, you know, perfectly on as they would be if they were auto loaded. So I was pretty proud of myself how I loaded that. It's been a few months since I played FS, and I'm glad to see my skills weren't that rusty. But we're going to hop up to, no, we want the New Holland. Let's jump in the New Holland. And we're going to pick up the fertilizer as we go through the mud. You know what? We're here. We might as well fill it up. Because we're going to be using this fertilizer spreader probably up here anyways for the next, well, the rest of this season. And probably all of next season as well. That field is fully fertilized, right? Before I make a liar out of myself. Yes, it is. But our millet, our second field of millet, if you will, has grown, so we can fertilize it. And I just realized I didn't want to go in the entrance. I keep thinking there's an entrance here at the beginning of this field, but it's no big deal. Let's head right up here. And actually, I will start in this corner down here like I always do, or else I'm going to screw myself up. Our grass field hasn't grown just yet to fertilize it, but at some point it shall. Alright, turn that on and let's roll and start fertilizing here. Very important procedure. So after this, I haven't quite decided what I want to do just yet. We may cut down some trees today. Since we got the John Deere, I may grab the log grabber, and we may cut the logs in bigger sections and see if we get more money per tree that way, which in theory we should. It's just I don't know how big of a log the John Deere can pick up. But also I'm starting to think I may, since those fields are fully fertilized and they're pretty much prepared, we may actually purchase a couple of those fields today just to make sure that when it comes time to harvest that those farmers don't harvest the crops on us. Those fields are quote-unquote ours, so I want to make sure we get the crop out of it, and of course obviously being wheat, we want the straw as well, because we need to make some we need straw for the cows for bedding, but we also need it to make total mixed rations. I do have the bale model where I can buy bales, but they're rather expensive, which, you know, I think they should be. I know when you sell bales of straw, if you were to sell 8 bales, I don't think you're going to get as much as what they sell for in the bale mod, but that's the way it should be, I think. So maybe after we fertilize this field, we'll head over and we'll buy probably 2 of the fields. That will put us down quite a bit on cash, but we need those fields, because when it comes time to harvest, once the fields are ours, we can harvest them at our own will, and I can do jobs for other people and harvest their fields and collect money in order to buy the harvester without digging in to have a loan. That's kind of my main goal for this year, is, you know, buy those 4 fields and get a harvester without, you know, dipping into buying a loan. If we have any money extra left over, I would like to buy, there's 2 grass fields I'd like to buy as well, but I think those combined would cost us maybe like 90 grand. So we'll have to see how our sales go of the 6 fields that we'll have, which I don't think is going to be quite enough, and all the work we'll be doing for all the other farmers when it comes time to harvest. Like I showed you, we got those other fields to do for fertilizing 3rd stage, but that's going to give us probably another maybe 6 grand, which, you know, in real life that'd be great, you know, work for a couple minutes and get 6 grand, but in FS 6 grand doesn't really buy you a whole lot. Alright, so how does this field look now? That looks good. So you haven't been watching my episodes, yeah, go back and watch them. What's wrong with you? But yeah, these are the 4 fields that we like to buy, or will be buying. And these are the 2 grass fields I mentioned if we have money left over at the end of the season. We'll purchase these so that way this grass field can make like hay for the cows to eat and to put in the total mixed rations mixer. And these 2 grass fields we can just cut as grass and bring it down and probably make silage out of it. At least that's sort of my thought process. But I did check the grass field before I started recording, and no, the grass field has not grown. So I'm not going to bother going down there to fertilize it, or try to. So let's bring the fertilizer back. We'll drop off the New Holland as well. Every time I'm back in here, I keep trying to empty the fertilizer, but can't really do that. Actually, I think I'll park the New Holland here with the John Deere. Alright, let's go up and visit field 31. So this is a field of wheat. And we have good reputation with this guy, so we can get it for 55 grand. So let's spend some cash. Ouch. So that, yeah, there's one field. So that field is now ours. And 103. That'll put us down to 50 grand, 58 grand in the bank. But now as we look at the map, now we're starting to see some green numbers. Starting to look good. These two fields over here I'd like to buy as well, but not... I don't want to put us too much in. That's 56. I'll just put too much in debt. Well, not in debt, but close to it. This one's 44, but then that'll put us... Yeah. Well, I'll wait on that. Maybe after... Because we have no income at the moment, so that's kind of kicking us in the groin a little bit. So... But what we could do now that we bought these two fields is right here is since we're going to make this one big field out of these four, we could actually probably cut these trees up right here. Now I mentioned this that we're going to cut some trees down, so might as well cut trees down that we are going to cut. Now I don't believe I can cut these hedges up yet, because I only own this side of the hedges, not the other side. But for testing purposes, can I even cut this one? Is this oh, that did show, so I can cut that tree. So those trees on this side I can cut, so we can make money off of those as well. These trees will keep up until we start buying on that side. Only because hopefully these trees are the ones that change in the fall. I think I'm not sure if they are. These will. I'm not sure about those. But we should be able to cut these trees as well. Yep. Wow. It's a narrow area of where I can cut it. Right there. Alright, let's put the chainsaw away. So we spent a good amount of money already. So, yeah. Well, you know what? Let's YOLO with this. See, I kind of want it to fall to the left. Oop, I had it there. Now, it's been a while since I trimmed up one of these kind of trees. Yep, this is going to be a messy tree to clean up. This isn't one of those nice little straight trees. This is going to be one of those funky ones, but this is where we can use the John Deere and a log grabber. Alright, before I cut this tree, what I think we'll do is we'll hop in the John Deere. Now, let me go in cab for a second. I think what we need to do is, where's that button here? Let's open up the back window because this is summer out. And we're going to head on down to the store to buy the log grab, so we can start picking up the tree, and we'll go sell it and make some cash back. So I'll meet you back up the tree with the log fork. I think that's what it's called. Trying to find my way up into the fields, and I think I finally found it. Thank you. So you can see I got the, what was it, the CSZ forklift. Log fork. Right here, the log grab. The CSZ log grabber right here. It's the extended width is what I bought. And just to be sure we could handle it, I got, where's the weights? So I went to weights all the way down the end. This is a mod. I don't even know what mod even came in. But this is the biggest weight that we have right here. I believe it's the biggest weight that we have. But I had to put the weight on the front for now because it was interfering with the trailer hitch, blah, blah, blah. All that good stuff. We will switch her around once we get up here. I'm not too worried about crop destruction because it's not... I don't believe I got it on. No, I don't. Okay. It's like I don't have crop destruction on, do I? How many trees do we got to do? 1, 2, 3. This one's down. So really 6 trees we got to do. Let's see. We'll unhook. I want the trailer in a downhill side, so I'm going to lift the fork up too high. Okay, I believe it's the weight. There we go. And I didn't really leave myself much room to back up to it now, did I? I'm a genius. There we go. I think. So I'm going to make some noise with a chainsaw, and I'll bring it back when I think we may have some pieces to load up. I saw you there, Clip. Alright, this log may be too big. There might be still some branches on it. I can't tell worth a darn. Because it's always hard to tell with these trees. Now, I'm going to be very rough with this because this will be worse than the bales. Oh, I know. I'm hitting that little branch sticking up. Looks like she can pick it up. I do have a branch here. I need to cut that off. If I can see the sawdust fly, there it goes. So it seems like this is picking up no problem. Let's not tip the trailer over because that'll be fun. But I did spend about $7,800 in equipment tools. This way. There we go. Don't tell me you're stuck on there. Come on, fall off. There she goes. So that picked it up no problem whatsoever. I'm trying to figure out what, is that still together? Is that going to separate them? It did. Sweet. Lower this right to the ground. Actually, I think I got another... There we go, that's what I want to do. I say we clamp it, lift up, and see what we get. Yeah. I don't think we can go down the road like that, can we? Do I even have anything at this point? No, I do not. So, oh man, I hate these trees in a way. But they need to go. So I'll tell you what. Instead of you sitting there watching me struggle get all these loaded up the way they should be properly loaded. And probably need to go uphill with these if I remember. I'll do this for a while and then bring it back and we'll see how we're doing. So needless to say, this log grab is way too big for a tree like this. So I don't know what kind of trees they were using it for. But yeah, this log grab is not good for the little limbs. I've been having a rough time. I even took the wheel weight off because I don't really need it for this kind of stuff. I probably should just cut this limb up and I don't know why I'm even... If this would clamp all the way down, which, you know, it's doing what it's designed to do. It's going down, it is, you know, down by the forks and a little bit past. But, I mean, you can see it just keeps falling out. I may just cut it up and put it in by hand. And that hasn't been going too well for me either. Yeah, I'm close to seeing how much the auto load logging truck is. Auto trailer for the logs I have. But I don't know if that would work on this tree. I don't know. This is why I never really like cutting up these trees. But we need to for the farm. Is that going to get in there? Come on. Sure, you fall out when I don't want you to, and then when I lean you over to fall out. And I think I'm going to do the rest of the trees after we harvest the field, because it's been kind of hard to see the limbs in this field. But one tree is good enough for me today in this episode. If I get bored and have nothing else to do, yeah, I'll get to the other trees. But let's see, that's gonna be under forestry equipment. Nope, not that one. Auto load right here. It's only 19 grand. But at the moment, you know, 19 grand is a lot for us. I don't know if those limbs are going to go haywire, but why I'm keep scamming around for, I'm looking for other limbs that may be in the field still. I went with the extra big grab because I saw the base of the tree and I said, I wonder if those logs are going to glitch out in the back or something. But I need to get down to the cell point without running into trees. I don't think they're going to glitch out, but they were acting kind of weird. I'll be happy if I get 3 grand for this at this point, the way it's gone. But I think what I'm going to do on the way down is I'm going to drop off. I'm going to park the log grab somewhere. We don't need to be bringing it down because that's sticking out quite a ways. And I think I'll meet you down at the cell point, which is not just around the corner. Actually, I'm starting to think if I get 1,500 for these, I'll be probably happy. The only price I don't know is that, of course, the base of the tree. That's going to be what determines what we get. I mean, this is kind of like crap wood, the way it's been cut. But that base log could be a decent one. I have no idea. It's been a long time since I sold trees like this. Of course, I'm not doing the conventional way. Oh, so I got 1,800 for that big piece of wood. So what we get, like, did we get like 3 grand for that? Sold wood 3,400. So you know what? That wasn't that bad. That's yeah, and I can't go back far enough to previous days to see what that was. Oh yeah, you can see we haven't made much money the past 3 years. Been spending it all on equipment. This was a skip day, and you can see that's what we let lose at midnight is 1,600. And of course today we bought some fields, but we're still in the green. We're still in the black. That should be black actually, but yeah, yeah. But when I was on the way down here, I wanted to see. Let's go back in forestry equipment. That's 5,000. Okay. But what I should have got, probably, yeah, I was in the garage. Thank you. Well, not that garage, but this clamp. I don't know if that clamp would clamp down more, or should I just gone with the base game one? This one right here. That would really clamp up the small trees. That's only $800. I probably should have went with that, but instead I got this one right here. So it is what it is. I'm not sure though if this one would have picked up the big logs. I may try that in the future because it's only $800, but not today. Yeah, not today. But you know that was an okay price. I can live with that now. I feel this a little bit better. Got some of our money back. But this John Deere could use a wash. And I've already gone through a half a tank of fuel, but been using it quite a bit everywhere. I need to bring this back up to the farm. I think we're going to drop off the trailer. But I think before we do, we'll give it a wash. It's not dirty, but you know, it's just, everything's still kind of new. We need to wash it, keep it clean. I'll meet you back up at the farm. Let's get this Joskin nice and clean. I don't feel like cutting any more trees today for, you know, the time it took me to do that tree there. I mean, it wasn't bad, but if I had the right log fork, I think it would have been better. Need one that clamps down tighter. I mean, I think that log clamp was just a little bit too big. I actually made up selling that off cam and maybe go with the other one. I think the other one would be just fine. There, so now we got a clean John Deere and trailer. For about 10 seconds when I go through this when I go through the mud down here. Actually, let me see if I can. Well, I know I can, but let me park the Joskin in here. If my backing up skills were any better. Hitting the side of the wall, that's not brilliant. This is where the steering wheel would help me out. I always use the keyboard in FS. It's in there, but I want to get it straighter than that. That's terrible. That's better. I'll go up. Yeah, I was just thinking I have to go up and get that weight out of that field, but we'll get it at another time. Probably after. Thought that was bounced up and down. After after I do the recording, I'll go up and get it. But for now, what I feel like doing is we'll do a couple fertilizing jobs. Hopefully, there's some here. $800. Just to finish up the episode. See some money go up. Easy on the keyboard there, Peanut. Alright. But at least today we did buy 2 fields, so those won't get harvested by the other farmers if I happen to skip time and go, whoops, those fields are harvested, what happened? We really need those fields because those are our straw fields, and of course the grain in themselves is worth some cash. I know it's just wheat, but you know, every penny's going to count. But we're going to get a lot of money is when it comes time to harvest, and I got to work in those big fields down the southern end. Yeah, we're going to get a lot of cash that way. Well, I hope to get a lot of cash that way. So I think I needed like another $350,000. Well, we got the 50, so I needed another 300,000 to buy 2 more fields, and then I got to buy a combine harvester, a header, and a header trailer. I mean, I can get the money now just by taking on a $300,000 loan, but that's not what I want to do. But with all the contracting jobs we got left to do, you know, I got like what 7 more fields to do, something like that. So, you know, maybe I'll get another $6 grand in the bank that way, which is almost enough to buy the header trailer. It's been so long since I used a header trailer, because on my previous map, Rattlesnake Valley, I was using the CR10, and that 45-foot header, it is its own trailer, which that's why I love that harvester. So I'll have to see how I can put the header in a trailer, because it's been a while. Been a long while. I'm going to say over a year, maybe even longer than that, since I had to put a header on a trailer. Wow, we're almost done with this field. A lot of small fields here, but he kind of did the map to where you can, you know, plow them together, which is what we're going to do with our 4 fields that we're buying. That's why we cut down that tree. Usually when I see trees like that, I steer away from those suckers. Thank you, sir. And we'll do this one here. That's only 500. If I use a different equipment, give me different equipment. There we go, 700. A couple $100 extra. Never mind the weight. Don't need it. Whoops. Turned the wheel the wrong way. There we go. I remember when FS17 first came out, doing contract jobs, the time bonus that you would get in the base maps. Wow. The time bonus was almost as much as what the contract was. And I guess there was a glitch like on the Xbox. There was a way to make the combine harvesters go as fast as it normally would when they weren't harvesting. It's like if the combine can go like 25 with a header off. If you hit the buttons on the Xbox control a certain way, you could harvest at 25. And the time bonuses people were getting us off. You probably can look on YouTube and find it, but I think they fixed that glitch. So, but I think that was only on the Xbox, on the consoles, maybe PS4. I don't know. But if you're saying, well, I'm gonna check that video out and see if as far as I understand it, if I remember correctly, Giants fixed that problem pretty darn quick. So, but it was funny to see people harvest, and you see like, oh, contracting job, 8,000, time bonus, like 20,000. I was like, okay. So no more money from the selling milk at midnight. We're going to be collecting it ourselves. Since we do have the dolly, if it comes down to it, the cows start making tons of milk, I can buy the milk tanker, and we'll sell it that way when the price is good. The way the cows are making milk, I don't think I'm going to need a tanker until at least the second season. And if I remember correctly, the cows don't make milk during the winter when seasons is on. There, a little extra cash doesn't hurt. But the, oh god, where is that tanker at? See if I can show you the tanker, if I can remember where. I think it might be under miscellaneous. Yeah, right here. So it holds 70,000 liters of milk. So yeah, that, and I think we don't even have 1,000 liters yet. So we got a ways to go on that. How are the cows doing? I know we're running at ×1, but they hit 20%. Hey, they're at 20%. Not too bad. Let's see, water, grass, everything's looking fine for another day or so. The pigs got water because it rained. So, but the good news is for today, if we go to the map here, we fertilized all of our fields now because we bought 2. All of our fields are fully fertilized. The grass field I'll fertilize when the grass grows a little bit bigger. These hopefully will give us a lot of cash when it comes time to harvesting. I'm hoping for big payout jobs there to, pay for our harvester. We got these 2 fields here. Like I said, that goes for 44. I think this is 54, 56. So yeah, we need 100 grand for those fields right there. So yeah, we need these 2 fields, and then oh man, I gotta cut more of these trees down, huh? Maybe by then, if we get the cash, the 15 grand, I'll buy the auto load trailer for the logging. But I'm not sure it works on these trees here. Yeah, I doubt it does. But it'll be still good to get the logging trailer because it'll be easier to load the bales, the bales, the trees in it. But I think that's going to do it for today's episode. I got to come back pick this sucker up. And like always, I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you enjoy the episode. And I'll see you in the next episode of the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.